The Seraphon are a race of intelligent reptilian humanoids who are the eternal foes of chaos and the champions of order. Older than memory, existing for eons unrecorded, the Seraphon have ever waged an unending savage war against the forces of chaos. Descending to strike a vengeful blow against the dark gods for the destruction of their beloved world that was eons ago, as the age of Sigmar dawns, they seek to bring order to the mortal realms. Summoned by the incredible power of the slain Star Masters, they materialize from the energy of the stars themselves, nimble skinks, predatory saurus, and hulking Kroxigor, each intent on destroying the forces that have corrupted and darkened the mortal realms almost beyond repair. Wrought of the purest star magic, the Seraphon are the true beings of Azir. Scourge privateers are elven raiders and beast slavers who sail the seas of the mortal realms in search of plunder and prey before returning to the realm of Azir. Elven pirates of the Scourge have travelled the waterways of the mortal realms and hunted mighty sea monsters for generations. Some are dragged back to the freeports to be sold to pitmasters or curious wizards for a rich haul, while others are slain and stripped of valuable materials. However, the ambitious fleet masters of the Scourge chafe under the rule of Sigmar's servants, and many disavow the rules of the God King's new empire to pursue their own ends. While slavery is outlawed under Azerite decree, loopholes are frequently exploited by the fleet masters. Huge black arcs, floating fortress cities built on the shells and hides of marine behemoths, carry raiding parties across the realms, wrangling monsters for their organs or to serve as steeds or war beasts for the mighty of Azir. The fleets of the Scourge consist of swift-moving frigates and wolf ships, while their land forces are comprised not only of elf corsairs but enslaved war beasts such as the Phaeacian Charybdis and their swift and deadly Scourge runner chariots harpooning unlucky prey. Today's battle report will be a 1,000-point game playing a matched play scenario from the Contest of Warlords battle plan found in the White Dwarf bunker of issue 490 of the White Dwarf magazine. We're playing a 1,000-point game today, and I will be playing with my beloved Scourge privateers and the cities of Sigmar, and Stephen will be playing with his Seraphon. And so, for our battle plan today, we're going to be playing the Contest of Warlords battle plan White Dwarf Bunker 490, and the scenario is called Changing Priorities. In the scenario, there's 3 objectives across the center of the table. Each turn, one of them will become the primary objective, and this will help you gain some more points. Now, in these scenarios, there is a roll-off for the first turn, slightly different than some other match play scenarios for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Other than that, there also is no battle tactics, no grand strategies in these scenarios. This is aimed at being a beginner-friendly battle pack. So, with that said, glorious victory. It is just the most victory points at the end of the game. If that is tied, then it will be the player who has destroyed the most enemy units. And if that is still a tie, the game will be a draw. And so, here we have my Cities of Sigmar army. I'm playing in the subfaction of Misthaven, and I've got a Black Ark Fleet Master who's going to be my general. They'll have the command tray Unparalleled Duelist, and then I'll also have a Sorceress with the Anklet of Epiphany and the spell Tenebral Blades. 2 units of 20 Black Ark Corsairs with paired Vicious Blades, and a unit of 3 Scourge Runner Chariots are backed up by a Charybdis and the other spell, the Chronomatic Cogs, giving me a perfect 1,000-point army, 1-drop army with a battle regiment, 2 out of 2 reinforced units, and 80 wounds on the tabletop. And then we have Stephen's Seraphon army. Now he's playing in the Fangs of Sotek constellation, and then he's from the Mortal Realm of Goran. Triumph, he's 10 points under with Inspired. Skink Oracle and Troglodyte will be his general with Nimble War Leader and the Incandescent Retrices and the spell Speed of Hawanchi. Skink Star Priest in there as well with Celestial Harmony, and then for battle line, 5 Raptidon Hunters, 5 Raptidon Chargers, 20 Skinks with Bolt Spitters and Moonstone Clubs, and 3 Ripperdactyl Riders, all wrapped up in a battle regiment for a 1-drop force, and 68 wounds on the tabletop. And so, we are all deployed, the Cities of Sigmar. We've got our unit of Scourge Runner Chariots at the back, the Charybdis on this flank, and then 2 units of Black Ark Corsairs between the blades. We've also got the Sorceress and the Black Ark Fleet Master in the centre. Across the other side of the table, we have the Seraphon lines. We've got the Ripperdactyls, a unit of 20 Skinks with Bolt Spitters, the Skink Oracle on Troglodyte. You've got your Skink Star Priest in the building, and you've got your Raptidon Hunters and Chargers on that flank. Alright, so in the scenario we're playing, in this particular battle pack, it is going to be a roll-off for first turn. So for the Scourge Privateers, I've got a 5 for the Seraphon. You got a 6, so you are going to have the first turn. Now, we know who has the first turn. Before command points are put down, your bloat toad marker to place. It's going to go on the chariot. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Then we gain command points for the first turn. I'll go to 3, you'll go to 2 for the Seraphon, and we're going to hero phase for turn 1. Alright, so top of the turn, heroic abilities. Which character of yours is going to try and generate a command point? Your Troglodon, yep, so on a 4+. No, I'm just going to go with heroic willpower on the Fleet Master, so this means both my characters will have unbinds for the turn. Right, so first spell for you to cast, you're going to go Speed of Huwanchi on the Troglodon. So, what do we need to cast it? So, 6 to cast. That will cast it on a 7. I'm going to try and unbind with my Fleet Master using heroic willpower. So I will need to beat the roll. So I'll need an 8 on dice, which I get the 9 and stop you casting it. Alright, so then your Skink Star Priest is going to have to, with his ability, the Serpent Staff, give it to the Troglodon. No one else is wholly within 12 inch. But he is then going to try and cast Celestial Harmony, which he needs a 5 to cast. I'm going to try and dispel it. That's a 9. So I need to equal that now because I'll get +1 to it with the Sorceress. Not with a double 1, I won't. Alright, so you do gain a Celestial Conjuration point for that, and you've chosen the Skink unit. They'll now be Bravery 10. And so with that, that's the hero phase done. So we'll go into movement and come back after it's all done. Also, something we've got at the top of the turn, we should have determined which one is the prime objective out of the D3. So 1, 2, 3. 2. Center 1 is the prime objective for the scenario. And so, movement all done. You've had your Raptidons move up. The Troglodon claims the objective as the Skinks there also claim the central objective as well, staying outside of 9 so I can't redeploy onto objectives. Your Ripidactyls also have come across into the center. So, onto shooting. Alright, so shooting-wise, you're going to start with the Noxious Spittle from the Troglodon, and you're going to be shooting into the Charybdis. So, I'm going to go with all-out defense on the Charybdis from my Sorceress. She's my general, so give him +1 save. So these will be 3s to hit. 1 hit. It's probably a waste of a command point. And 3s to wound. Doesn't wound. Yep, I love spending command points for nothing. Right, so the Skinks with Bolt Spitters, all of them are in range of the unit Blackheart Corsairs here. So you're going to go with attacking them. Right, so you're going to be giving them all-out attack on their shooting from the your Troglodon General. So they're going to be hitting on 3s now. And then 5s to wounds. You want that roll again. I did roll it. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. And so there is no rend on the Bolt Spitters. So these are 5-up saves on the Corsairs. I saved 1, 3 go down. And so there's not going to be any charges for the Seraphon this round. So you will score 1, control 2, and because that's the prime objective, you'll score a point for that, giving you the full 3 for the round. Alright, so heroic ability for the turn. I'm going to try and generate a command point with a Blackheart Fleet Master on a 4+. He does. What are you going to try and do? And so you're going to go a command point or heroic leadership on the Troglodon. So 4+. He gets it as well. So 3 of the Corsairs did die, so I'm going to attempt a rally on them. So this will be needing 6s. Hey, I'll take that. Alrighty, so my Sorceress, she's going to go with Tenebril Blades as her spell. Alright, so I need a 6 to cast because I get +1, which determines that. So 5, 6, no, fails to cast. And so with that pitiful attempt at magic, you're getting fired out the cannon when we get back to the ship. We're going to go into movement and we'll come back after it's all done. Alright, so I've moved my Charybdis up here. I've actually purposely moved it so he has 3 units all within range. So Stephen is going to elect to redeploy both the Raptidon units. Now, because you are the Fangs of Sotek, you don't have to use command points for your first 2 redeploys a turn, and you can do 3 of them in each movement phase. So we'll start with these guys. Yep, just 1d6 on them for 2, and the other unit is 3. And so redeploys like so, so I'll continue on with my movements. Alright, so finish moving my Blackheart Corsairs. After I finish moving this unit here, you're going to elect to redeploy the Skinks there. Now, Skinks get to roll 2d6 for their redeploys and pick their best result, which is a 2, so you get 2 inches of movement. Alright, so I finished my movement, just the chariots moving across to target your Troglodyte, and then we've got the Sorceress and Fleet Master behind there. So with that said, it's time for my shooting phase, so let's go with the chariots. Alright, so 3 Ravager Harpoons are going to be targeting your Troglodyte. I've gone for all-out attack, you're going with all-out defense. So are we needing 2s to hit to begin with? There's 1 miss. I'm glad I did. You told me I'd miss with a bunch, and I sure would have if I didn't. We're then 3s to wound. They all wound, so that is 5 at -2. So 5 plus saves. Saves 2, so that'll be 9 damage. So totally forgot the champion will be in here, so I'll have 1 more damage 3 shot coming out. So 2 to hit. 3 to wound. Doesn't wound. That's what I get for forgetting the champion. Alright, so the crossbows are now, including the champion this time, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. So there'll be 4 no-rend damage ones. So these will be on a 3-up save. So 1 more wound. Takes him to 10. Alrighty, so start of charge phase, I'm going to declare my order, which is strike them down. This allows me to pick a friendly Cities of Sigmar elf unit within 3 inches of one of the characters. Both characters actually had the same order. So if I make a charge with that unit now, they will gain always strikes first. So we will go with their charge first. So let's see what they get. That is an 8 plus 1, so that's a 9. I'm pretty sure they're in with that. Alright, so you've elected to use Unleash Hell here. So you're going to need 5s to hit with your Bolt Spitters. And then 5s to wound. And that'll be 3. 3 saves on a 5 plus here for the Corsairs. Save 1 of them. I'm then going to declare a charge with the Charybdis. 4. I'm going to have to spend a command point to reroll that. I am just within 18 to declare the reroll charge, so let's go again. 4. No, that's going to fail again. The Charybdis fails its charge. That's not good. In that case, we're actually going to have to charge with the chariots. Oh, no we don't. No we don't, because I'm still going to control 2, I think. So we will just leave that there then, and we'll go on to combat. I have always strikes first, and I got the first pick anyway. Sure. So I'm going to use all-out attack. I piled in, so I've got everyone hollow within 12 of the Fleet Master. So we are going to get +1 attack in addition to +1 to hit when a Fleet Master issues that to Corsairs. So they're going to have 4 attacks base. You're going to use all-out defense as well. And so look at how many dice we have to roll. They're falling off. And so we are 4s to wound then, still with this many dice on the wound roll. And so they did 29 wounds, which is pretty good. So you have a 5 plus save. So 15 Skinks went down, so the 5 of them get to fight back. So 2 attacks per model thanks to your Moonstone Club, so these are going to hit on 4s. Right, those 2 ones there will deal mortal wounds back to you and kill 2 Skinks. And 4s to wound. So here's 2. 3. 3, 5 plus saves on the Corsairs. Pass 1, 2 go down. So that will be the end of the combat phase. I did lose 4 models this turn. And you lost 17. So you've got 1 command point to spare. You might as well spend it to keep the 3 lives. It's going to disappear anyway. And I don't actually have any spare. So I lost 4, so I need a 3 or less to pass Battle Shock on these. 3, they're fine.
I'm auto pass.
And so that is what the board looks like at the end of turn 1. It is 3-3, so we'll go to priority for turn 2. But before we do priority, we roll to see what the prime objective is. So you can have the pleasure of it. 1, 2, 3 on a D3. 2, it remains the center. So I've got a 5 for priority. You've got a 5. I went second, so that means you get to break ties. And so the Seraphon are going to take the turn. Alright, so before heroic abilities, you've got your healing on your Troglon thanks to your artifact. So heals D3 wounds. So heals 1, goes back to 9. Alright, so heroic recovery, you now need to roll 2d6 and you roll underneath your bravery of your Oracle, which is pretty high if I remember.
Bravery 6.
Bravery 6 for the Oracle. Ooh. So equal to or under. Hey, under, so he heals another D3. For 2. Nice. Take that. My heroic ability for the round, I'm going to go heroic willpower so I can try and stop both your spells. And then we've got magic. Before that though, forgot, you also have the built-in regeneration of your Troglon. So he heals another D3. So he's healing 3 D3 this round for another 1. Take that. Alright, so you're going to try Speed of Huanchi with your Troglodon then. So go for it. 6. I really don't want that spell going off, so I'm going to try and dispel with the Sorceress to get +1. So it stopped on a 10. Right, and your Star Priest is going to try Celestial Harmony at the back. So see where it casts on a 5 to begin with. I might as well try and stop you. I can, but I will need the 9 now on dice. Nope, it goes off, so you get a Celestial Conjuration point for it. And you cast that on an 8, so which unit is going to get Bravery 10? Bravery 10 is going to be going on the Ripidactyls. So with that said, that is it for the hero phase. We'll go into movement and come back after it's all done. Right, so movement all done. You have pretty much most of your Seraphon converging on the Charybdis now. And you've also had the Skinks retreat out of the combat there. So with that said, it's time for some shooting. Alright, so starting shooting, you're going to go your Noxious Spittle into the Charybdis. So we need 3s to hit. So it'll be 1 hit. And 3s to wound. It'll be 1 wound. Rend on the Noxious Spittle is? None. So it's a 4+ save. Failed. Damage 2. Right, then you got your Javelins from the Hunters coming in. So they need 4s to hit. And then you'll need 4s to wound. So it'll be 3 at -2. So these will be 6 up saves. Save none, damage 1.
Yep.
And so that is that for the shooting. Going to go into the charge phase next. Alright, so first charge is going to be the Raptidon charges. Double 1, that'll fail. Spending a command point.
Better.
6. And so the charges have charged, so I am going to go with Unleash Hell. So this is with my Ravager Harpoons. There are 7 attacks because the +1 from the champ. Remembering it this time. We hit on 4s with them now. And only hit twice. Wound on 3s. Wound once. -2 on your charges. So -2 on that. So it goes straight through. So it'll be D3 damage for 3. And then the crossbows will hit on 5s though. And then 4s to wound. So that'll be 5 armor saves to make. No rend on these. So these will be your 5 up saves. She passed 3, so that'll be 5 wounds in total. And so after they finish their charge, you can select 1 unit that they can see. So you're going to select the Charybdis because otherwise you would be missing out on a few shots. So go for it, you get your shooting. So they hit on 4s. And wound on 4s against the Charybdis. That'll be 4. These will be -2, so these are 6 up saves. Save none, he takes 4. And on to your next charger. Yep, Ripidactyls are going to charge. You have no more rerolls left though now. That's an 11 though. And so Ripidactyls have made it in. And then you've got your Trogdon if you wish to as well. And so that is going to be it for charges. No more charges. So you do get to select the first unit to fight, but I'll have a monstrous rampage before that. So I'm going to stomp your cavalry on a 2+, D3 mortal wounds for 1. That'll kill the 1. Right, so you're going to go with the Raptidon charges first. They have 3 attacks each. The champ will get an extra 1. You're going to be using all-out attack. I'm going to be using all-out defense. So this means you're going to need... Sorry, you don't need to go all-out attacks. You've already shot the Cold-Blooded Unity, so not spending your command point there. But you are still going to be 3s to hit with the Teapot Lancers. And 3s to wound. So 2 4+ saves from your Teapot Lancers. Passed 1, failed 1, so that'll be 2 damage. So 2. So now you've got your 6 attacks coming from your Serrated Fangs. These will hit on 3s. And wound on 3s. For 1. This will be -1, so saved. So Charybdis is next. Alrighty, so you're then going to go with all-out defense on the Ripidactyls as I'm attacking with the Charybdis. Can't use any more commands on him because I've already given him the 1 this turn. So we have 5 attacks with our Fangs. These are hitting on 4s. 2. 3s to wound. 1, -1, so this will take you back to your base save.
5.
That is 3 damage. And then have D6 attacks with my tail for 3. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. That is 2 at no rend damage 1s. This will be at your +1 save, so 4+.
Oh, just...
Save both of them. And then I've got the handlers, who will bow 1 hit. 1 hit, they hit on 4s, wound on 4s, 1 wound. And there'll be another wound. Alright, so the Ripidactyls are going to attack my chariots next. So you're going to go with Toad Rage, thanks to the Bloat Toad marker on them. So first of all, we've got your Moonstone War Spears though, so this will give you 5 attacks in total, including your champion there. They will hit on 4s. And wound on 4s.
1.
And so no rend on this, so this will be a 5-up save on the chariot. Fails, takes a wound. So you have 6 attacks. Now you'll get +1 to hit and +1 to wound with Toad Rage. So you'll be on 3s to hit now. And 2s to wound. 3 wounds. -1. So these are going to be 6-up saves. Save none. They are 2 damage each, so that will wipe a chariot out. And so then we have the riders and the horses. They all have the same profile, 4s and 4s. So 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. So that's not that great though. 3 at 4+, because you've still got your +1 save on them. They'll save them all. So we go into Battle Shock. Because you're bravery 10, thanks to your spell, the Ripidactyls don't care, but you need a 1 or 2 to pass Battle Shock on the Teapot Lancers. That's a 5, so that'll be 3 fleas, so that is a unit just gone. And then I lost 1, so I'm bravery 6, so I need anything but a 6. On a 6, another chariot will flee. It's a 4, I'm fine. And so you will gain the 1 victory point. So now to go into Cities of Sigmar turn 2. So we both gain a command point at the top of turn. I'm then going to go Heroic Leadership on my Fleet Master. So on a 4+. Nope. And so Heroic Recovery on your Troglodon. No, he will not get it this round. And then we go into Magic. I'm going to go with Word of Pain on the Sorceress. We'll go off on a 7. Trying to dispel it. Stop it on 11, so that'll get you a Celestial Conjuration point. That'll be the end of my hero phase. Now, because I'm playing Misthaven, I can move some units that are in combat now. So, units have to be outside of 12, so the only one I've got for that is this unit over here. Or, actually, I might actually have the characters here, so we'll have a check. Yeah, the Sorceress is 13 inches away from your Ripidactyl, so we're going to get D6 movement. So we'll roll for the Sorceress. She's going to get a 4. Roll for the Fleet Master. You got a 2. And the Privateers over there, we'll get a 6. And so after the Misthaven move there, we're then going to go into our movement phase, and we'll come back after it's all done. Alright, so I've just finished moving the Privateers here. So you're going to do a redeploy. Now, which unit are you doing it first with? Troglodon, so he's going to move D6 inches for 2. You're also going to do it on the Hunters there as well, so D6 for them for 3. And so it redeploys like so, so I'll continue my movements. Right, so movement is all done. We ran with the unit of Corsairs here. Both characters ran as well. And then as you saw, we moved the Corsairs and you sneakily retreated away. So time for shooting. Chariots both have to shoot those Ripidactyls. So we've got 5 shots from their Ravager Harpoons. So Ravager Harpoons, we will need 4s to hit now, because of -1 from the Ripidactyls. So it'll be 2. And 3s to wound, nothing. Dang it. And we'll go with our crossbows next. So these will be 5s to hit. And 4s to wound. There is 3 there on them. So 3 of your 5-up saves. Failed 2, so that'll take another Ripidactyl down. Oh, actually, you got 2 6-up wards. That's mystical. Forgot about that. So 1, so it's just a wound. Right, so charges. We are going to attempt to charge with the Corsairs there. So they got an 11, because +1 to charge, thanks to the Hornblower. So charge is like so. So you are going to shoot with your Raptidon charges as an Unleash Hell, so they'll need 5s to hit now. And 4s to wound. That'll be 3. These are -2, so these will go straight through. And then, because they also had the order as well, they will have always strikes first for this phase, so I can pick them to fight with, and then I'll still get the first pick as well. Now, when they go to fight, Fleet Master's within 12 inches of them. I'm going to spend my only command point for the round, and give them +1 attack and +1 to hit with all-out attack. Alrighty, so they are attacking. They've got +1 attack, +1 to hit, so they are hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 4s. 15, 4+ saves. You have 6 wounds on him already. So that'll be 7, 8. Wow, what a roll. You failed 2. I think it's picked my first units to fight after the always strikes first, so I'm going to pick the Charybdis. So he will have 5 attacks, hitting on 4s into the Ripidactyls. That'll be 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 at -1, so these will be 6-up saves. That'll be 6 damage, so you have 6-up wards to make. Past 1, but that's still going to be enough damage to wipe them out. So, going with your Oracle then back. So you got your Divine Rod. You need 3s or 4s to hit?
3s, 4s.
Right, so 2 attacks, 3s to hit. Both hit. And then they will be 4s to wound. No wounds with the Divining Rod. Then you got 2 attacks with your Talon Forelimbs. 4s to hit. Both hit. And 3s to wound with these. Both wound. These are -1s. These will be 6-up saves. Failed both. And then lastly, 3 attacks with your Venomous Jaws. 4s to hit. That'll be your mortal wounds to yourself if I stab you. But 2 hits other than that. Sorry, 1 hit because that was 4s to hit. And you'll be 3s to wound. We'll do a wound. So -1, I've got 1 6-up save, and you take a mortal wound back to yourself. I failed that, so 3. Alright, so you killed 7 models there. Because you caused terror, I can't use Inspiring Presence near you. So I'm just going to lose D6 models from that unit for 2. So, end of my turn. I do control the board now, so I will get my full 3 points for this round. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum eStore as well. And we'll go into the battle round 3. So I'll roll to see what is the prime objective. 1, 2, 3 on a D3. 1. So this is going to be the prime objective this round. And then we'll go priority. So I got a 6. You got a 2. I am going to choose to take that with the cities. Alright, so start of the hero phase heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a command point with my Fleet Master. So on a 4+, he does. You're going to go for the command point on the Troglodyte as well, which you get. And then you're immediately going to spend said command point that you've just done to do a rally on the Skinks. Alright, so you'll rally 17 dice, 6s to bring models back. So you can only bring back 10, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4 Skinks back to the unit. We're then going to go with the Sorceress. She's going to go with Tenebral Blade. Actually, no, we're going to go with her War Scroll spell, which will be Word of Pain. So that goes off on a 7, just. And goes off. So this will be D3 mortal wounds on your Troglodon. For 3. Takes him to 12. He's also -1 to hit now. As I said a nasty word to him and he had his feelings hurt. So I'm just within 12 of your Skinks, so I've got no movement for the Misthaven ability. So with that said, we're going to go into some movement, and we'll come back after all that's done.
What is that?
So after I've done that movement, you're going to elect to redeploy the Raptor Hunters for 1 inch. That's not going to save them. So I am then going to go into my shooting after movement's all done. So 2 Ravager Harpoons into that Troglodon, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, 2 at -2 onto him, 6 up saves, save, so 3 more damage to him. That'll take him to 15 and we'll play the Jurassic Park theme. Na 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 na. He's dead. Alright, and so charges. Start of the charge phase, I'm going to declare him using his ability to give them. Is he within 3? Yes, he is. So they've got always strikes first if they make the charge, and she's going to do the same thing to them. But we're going to start with the Charybdis charging first. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not, because I'm not letting you Overwatch kill him. We're going to start with the 4 Corsairs charging them first, and they're in. And so Stephen is going to unleash hell into these 4 poor Corsairs. These Skinks are going to take their vengeance out on someone. And his 4 sorry pirates. So, sacrifices were made to keep old Big Bessie alive. And 4s to wound. That'll be 1. And watch. Saved it. There you go, he would have survived. Now it's the Charybdis' turn to charge. Well, in that case, those pirates are going to charge at Skinks. And they are in with an 11. Alright, she's 7 inch away from that building. It's 3 inch up. I'm going to go for the charge with the Sorceress. I'm spending a point to reroll that because I want this to be a thing. No. So that means the Fleet Master could get it. He, though, needs the boxcars. No, neither of the characters are making it. I tried to have epic fight. on top of tower with wizards, but turns out no. Alright, so Stephen's doing the nice thing here. We're not rolling 61 dice into those skinks. And to make matters, to make sure there is no reason for you not to take them off without me rolling dice, I'll say I'm spending the command point to give them +1 attacks. So it's 81 attacks into them. So the skinks are gone, and that was an always strikes first. So I've got my 4 dudes over here, though. But I do have these Corsairs over here that have always strikes first, so they will hit on 4s. And wound on 4s. So that is 4, no range, damage 1. So these are 5-up saves on your Raptidons. Be 2 dead Raptidons from the Corsairs. And actually forgot to do my Monstrous Rampage, so I've got to stomp with the Charybdis, which he failed. That's what I get for forgetting. So the Charybdis has 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. So 2. Wounding on 3s. 1, -1, so this is a 6-up save. Nope, damage 3, so that'll kill another and put a wound on the next. D6 attacks with the tail for 3. 3s. And 3s for 1 more save on a 5-up. Yep. And the handlers are 4s. And 4s. 1 more save on a 5-up. Nope, so that'll kill another Raptidon. Leaves just a champ alive. You're going into the Charybdis, you're going to try and take something down here. So 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. Nope. 3 attacks from your Raptidon. 3s to hit. 2 hits and 3s to wound. 1. Can you kill the Charybdis? No. So the Charybdis lives. Do you have command points?
3 of them.
Alright, well, he's not dead. So you get a turn. Alrighty, so hero phase, heroic actions.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with heroic leadership, I guess. Nope. Yep. So you can try and generate a CP first on your skink. He gets it on a 2, which he still fails. Apparently he's just cowering in a tower now.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use leadership.
Yep, trying to go with your Celestial Harmony. Goes off on a 10. So if this does go off, it is everyone within range. But I'm going to try and stop it with the Sorceress. She needs a 10 to equal. It's a 9, 10, and doesn't equal your roll. I need a 10 on dice to get my +1 to succeed. So it goes off. Movement-wise, there really wasn't a lot. You literally did not move anything and just summoned in your skinks at the back there. Trying to prolong the inevitable, I see. So combat, I guess. I do have...
Shooting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, shooting first. Yeah. You can try and shoot my Charybdis before he stomps you. So your Raptidon Hunter is going to try and shoot the Charybdis. I'm going to go all-out defense.
All-out attack?
Okay, +1 hit. So 3s to hit.
Do I add an extra?
So 3s to hit. All hit. That one off screen hit as well. And 4s to wound. There's 2 and -2. So these are 2 5-up saves on the Charybdis. Got him just. So it will now be straight combat unless you want to try and declare any charges. Right, your skinks actually had to be 10-inch away, just how things are deployed. So you've got a 10-inch charge with the skinks. You can use a reroll.
Yeah.
Yep. 9, no, that'll not see them in.
4s and 4s.
So Raptidon attacking, 2 attacks, 4s and 4s. Both hit. Both wounds. 5-up saves in melee against his weapon. Yep, he's got no range on him. Nope, 2 fails. And you got 3 attacks with your Raptidon.
Yep. 3s, range 1.
3s to hit. 3s to wound. Ren 1. Nope, that'll be 3 dead. 3 attacks back into him. These will hit on 4s. And nothing, so I'll need to take a battle shock test for that model. Which I fail. Yeah, I fail, so he will flee. And so you won't score any points for that turn, so it will be 9-4 at the bottom of 3. But the Seraphon have pride to play for, so let's continue. We'll go determine which one of the 3 objectives will be the primary. That's definitely not going to help you. Today's battle report is also brought to you by Mithras Games, fantastic tabletop wargaming mats out of New Zealand. Now, Mithras Games has a variety of different mats. We've got the fantastic Desert Red, the nice Tundra Green, and the frosty Ice Blue here as well. All of these mats are a really nice high quality, generally very similar to how you would get your mouse pads for your mats, but fantastic high quality mats. We love them. Mithras Games are a fantastic supporter of the channel. You can pop on over to their website, especially if you're local to Australia or New Zealand. They're a fantastic company to help support. And then priority for turn 4. Got a 4. So if I've got a 5, so you can choose to take it if you want.
First.
Yep. Alright, so heroic actions. I'm going to go with heroic willpower on the Fleet Master. Nope.
Yep.
Heroic leadership with your skink. He gets it on a 2+. He does, and immediately you're going to spend that on your Raptidon, so you can roll 4 dice. Now for them, and for each 6, a Raptidon comes back. Nothing, unfortunately. So, magic-wise, they're just going to go an Arcane Bolt with your skink then. I am going to try and dispel it, so I need 7 on dice, because of +1. And I got 7 on dice, stops you. So with that said, it's movement, and then we'll go into some shooting. Alright, so movement is all done. So we're going to go into shooting. Raptidon is going to shoot my Sorceress.
4s.
No, he's not. So then your Javelins into my Pirates here. You'll need 4s to hit, I believe.
4s and 5s on both.
Yeah. 4s to hit. 5s to wound. This would be 2 at -1, so these will be 2 6-up saves. Fail both. And so charges after that. Who's charging first?
Raptidon.
Raptidon's charging. He is with a 6-6. Is that it for charges?
Yep.
Cool. So he gets to strike first. So 2 attacks into the Sorceress. We'll miss with both, and then have
3 attacks.
3 attacks with the Raptidon.
3s and 3s.
One, that'll just go straight through because she's only got a 6-up save, so 1 damage. Right, so Fleet Master will attack back next. We are going to go with 3 to hit, and then 3s to wound. So there's 2 at -1. So 6-up saves, and these are damage to a piece. So 4 damage, that'll take him out. And then it is the Scourge Privateer's turn, and I think we can leave it here. You've had your last hurrah, but you won't be on the table at the end of this. So we are going to call the game here, as I'm going to score another 3 points, which will take it to 12-4 at the end of 4, and I'll probably score 3 next turn as well. So that is game, because Chariots are just going to move up and shoot your wizard off the table, and the Pirates there will eat your skinks for breakfast. So with that said, victory to the Cities of Sigmar, and of course, the Scourge Privateers. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Central Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendall, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.